Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20 and welcome to episode 4 of Factorio. That's right, once again, hanging out in Factorio World, playing this nifty game. Soren has not been able to join us today. He's still out of town on vacation, so I'm going to do a couple of things, and then hopefully when he gets back here, he doesn't yell at me too much for my crazy dire wiring. But that's okay, we will see. So for right now, I'm doing a little bit of research. As you can see, I'm looking to expand my iron production. My iron production is still almost entirely being dedicated to the production of these things over here. Let's take a look and see where we're at with things. So yeah, down here we're doing all right. So you can see we've got about 50 iron in this chest, but all the other iron that's like been running for the longest time here is pretty much all getting placed directly into here. So I wouldn't mind having a little bit more iron on hand. But as you can tell, we're doing really good with our research components, the science packs that we've got here. There we go. So we've got huge amounts of them. Like, we're doing really good with them. I'm pretty happy about that. Nice. So obviously we're doing pretty good. Batteries are being researched at the moment. I would eventually like to get the laser stuff. But like I said, we'll probably want to do a few things aside from that. One thing I could do is maybe research modules next. I don't know what's involved in making them, but I do want to research them if I can, because I can actually speed up these existing mining drills so that they mine even faster than they currently are. But I might want to put... Oh, see, look, getting attacked again. See, we're going to have to really take a look at defense soon. But let's go ahead and do something like this. That looks pretty good. Yeah, I think that will cover a nice area. Cool. And then just a little bit of power, and there we go. Cool. How's things going down here? I'm going to throw some more iron in there to cook into steel. And I might want to get some more... Oh, batteries are completed. Cool. What do I need for modules? Modules are available and ready because I have advanced electronics. Cool. Let's research that. And then I'll show you guys what modules are all about because they are cool things. They're basically like upgrades for your machines, so you can make things run faster, but they usually have a downside too. So you can see there's modules that can go into your science labs. I don't think the steel furnaces can take modules, but the electric ones can, though we haven't gotten quite yet to the point where we have electric modules, but that's okay. But, you know, this thing can take modules, so there's a lot of stuff that we can do. I also want to figure out again how to get... oh, you're out of ammo already. Oh, wow, look at how many things got attacked up here. That's a lot of corpses. Nice. So yeah, let me see. Modules is researching now. I just want to make sure we don't get too much of a backlog down here. We might want to snag one more steel furnace if we can afford it, especially if I'm cooking up more steel. Let's see. Steel furnace requires more stone brick, which we should now have. I just want to make sure that we're cool on this, so I'll put this in here, for example. And then we can just continue our pattern that we've got here. So we're going to do things like, we'll run you. Let's see if I can remove this thing. And we'll put this up here. And then let's see, this going like that. This going like that. And this going like that. There we go. So now we should be able to process the new amount of iron coming in. Cool. So right now we've got 6 steel furnaces going, and we've got up here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I think, in total mining drills. So that's good. All right, let's get a few more pieces of ammo for these guys too. And then what I'm going to do is come back here in a minute. I want to do some repairs if I can, and I want to do a few other things, but I definitely want to get some more ammo where it's needed. So I want to keep an eye on that. And I have found, if we look all the way over here, actually, a nice big iron income. So we have a ton of iron over there. So when this thing starts to run low, I might be able to handle getting some iron. That would be cool, too. More iron than what we have here. Because this is actually a pretty small amount of iron. It looks like it's not burning through this iron that quickly, but trust me when I say it will not last that long. All right, so we'll come back here in a minute. I want to keep an eye on my iron reserves, but I think we should now be producing iron in a pretty decent amount, so that we should be, yeah, definitely doing nice. I like it. All right, guys, we'll be right back. All right, guys, I found the repair pack. It actually, I think they changed the image of what it used to look like. So now that I've crafted these things, I should be able to right-click on these. Is that right? There we go. Cool. So just hold right-click, and it should repair whatever's got damage at the moment. We can automate this later, so don't worry. We can automate all the things in this game, but that looks better now. Cool. So I've got the repair pack going. I've also started researching a bit of armor, as we can see. So if you look at the top right of my screen there, we should see that armor crafting is a thing that we're working on at the moment. I do have the ability to make some basic iron armor, but I really wanted to get the better armor going as quickly as possible. Now let's take a look at what we might want to research next. So we could go with one of these guys. I was thinking maybe advanced material processing 2. This gives us access to the electric furnace, which is, got a crafting speed of 2 compared to the steel furnace, which also has a crafting speed of 2. But the electric furnace runs on electricity, so we wouldn't need the coal power anymore. Also, the electric furnace can accept modules, so we can speed it up even more using the speed modules, or productivity modules and efficiency modules are also a thing we could look at. So I think I'm going to go for the electric furnace. That might not be a terrible idea. So we'll let that start running. You can see this stuff going up here. That looks cool. How's our power production going at the moment? Not terrible. We're doing all right. Yeah, we're pegging pretty hard, to be honest with you. But let's see about getting a little bit more power going up here. There are other power options as well that we can look at in a bit, but for now this will do. Let's grab that and maybe some more pipes. We'll put the pipes in here. Sounds like I'm getting attacked. Oh wow, that is a large amount of bad guys. Okay, nice. I think they did actually wind up killing one of my, It's alright, dude. Calm down. I know you need some more repairs. And you'll also need some more ammo. I think they wound up killing one of my things. Yeah, we definitely have to get some walls going up here. I think that's something we're going to focus on today, is definitely getting some more... let's see, I'm going to run this to here. And then I'm going to start with probably right here and here. And some defense. That's probably what I'm looking at doing. So let's get a few more boilers going. Oops, not you. Where's those boilers? There they are. We'll do 3 more of them. And I guess I'll go with the basic inserter burners. Cool. Just put one in for now. So you can see he inserted into himself. Cool. Alright, that looks good to me for now. Make sure we have plenty of power going. Let's get some walls. I believe walls, though, require a hefty amount of stone brick, which needs to be smelted. So I think what I'm going to do is automate down here. I'm going to snag some steel. Let's go see how our iron production's doing. So you can see my excess chest here of iron had tons of iron in it. I had about 200 in there. So that means we're definitely doing a good job with this so far. Let's get ourselves another steel furnace down here. Production, steel furnace. Oh, needs more stone bricks. I'll leave that thing there. I should be able to make one now, right? Cool. If I put this here, and I put a long arm inserter like so, there we go. And then I could probably do something like this. I know, someone's going to yell at me. That's what happens. Oh, I know. Yeah, let's just remove this thing. What we'll do is... we'll do this. This thing should start cooking then. I'll probably want a speed one, because it needs 2 stone for 1 stone brick. And then I'll put this guy here with you. And I'm going to limit it so that there's only ever for this many slots. So remember, the red thing here that I just did by clicking on it, it limits the inventory that can be manipulated by a machine. So I can still manually place things there, but any automated machines like the inserter won't put any more in there. Nifty trick. Cool. So that looks good to me. That should get us lots of stone bricks that we can then, if we wanted to, start auto-crafting into some... you know what? Maybe I'll do that. I'll set up an auto-crafter here. Because all it really requires is stone brick, right? Like, that's it. So if we wanted to, we could... Yeah, I think this is actually a good idea. We'll just use a regular old assembly machine. We don't need a tier 2 one, because this is a pretty basic process. And we'll wind up with this going here. And we'll configure this thing to do that. So this thing should be pretty cool. And I think I'm even going to do the fast one there. Cool. And you can output to a chest, which will have just a regular old chest. And I'm thinking maybe 1 or 2 stacks at any given time. Should be plenty. Cool. So if we have 2 stacks of these stone walls here, that should be plenty. So we'll let that run for a little bit. Advanced Material Processing 2 is almost done. I'll probably leave a lot of the steel furnaces for now, but I want to have that research done for when I'm going to want more of it later. Let's come down here and just snag. Might want another one of these guys running, but we'll see. Because we have a lot more green, believe it or not, now than we have red going. Alright, automating all the things. Looking good. Could probably even do with a couple more of these things. Cool. You know what else I might do just to keep things running smoothly? Let's do this. Down here. Oh. Yeah, I got an idea. We'll put it up here. Ready? Check this out. This is what we're going to do. We will do... Alright, I'll research something else in a minute here. We'll get this thing going. I'm going to do a long arm inserter here. Everything cool? Everything's cool. And then again, I'll do a chest. This will be automated steel processing. And again, we'll limit it to about 2 stacks of steel. Cool? So this should keep us about 2 stacks of steel at all times, and whenever I need more, I can come get it. Nice. Alright, so let's get... We just made 2 more of these, so 1, 2... That looks not terrible. Cool. So the next thing I might want to research, lab efficiency, I believe, speeds up the lab. So laboratory speed bonus of 20%. That's not a bad thing to have. Solar panels might be a nice thing to have. It's a free way of getting energy, provided it's only the sun is out, but it's a small amount of energy you'll get. Logistics 2 gives me better transport belts and unlocks a few interesting things. So many options, so many choices. I could research my laser turrets because I know I want them eventually. Yeah. Let me research these, and we might want to start working on a battery production facility pretty soon, because batteries are actually really hard to make. Not like insanely hard, but hard enough. Cool. This thing's actually working really well. Okay, we'll come back in a minute, guys. So now that I've got laser turrets researched, one other thing I want to get is energy accumulators. These are pretty useful as well, but they also require batteries. But I'm going to get that researched, and I'll show you what it's all about in a minute. But I'm just getting some ammo, made some more defenses here. We'll be right back. Alright guys, so since I'm having so much trouble keeping up with iron production, I wound up creating a chest here that'll just have 3 inventory slots. He'll get like first dibs on iron coming out here. I'm telling you, this local wildlife stuff, really nasty. I did get myself a piece of armor, by the way. It gives me a little bit of resistance to damage, which is really kind of handy. But now that I've done that, and I really want to keep a good eye on my iron supply because I want to start getting some fluid handling stuff. So I just completed research on fluid handling a moment ago. You can see I'm running by collecting a bunch of iron plates as it comes off there. Let's head over here and see how this works. So the first thing you want is a pump jack. This thing is going to pump oil out of the ground. You can find the oil in oil spots here, and if you look on your map, which by the way you can get by the M key, you'll see them as little like purple spots. So that's why the radar is kind of nice, because they'll help unveil these things for you. Unveil? Yeah, you know what I mean. You're going to want to rotate this thing. The blue arrow is where the oil is going to pump out at. Cool. Boy, oh boy, being attacked again. Out of ammo. Nice. Got him. Cool. This is why, like, I really need some stuff going on here. I can barely keep up with all the attacks I'm getting here. I'm trying to show you guys some cool stuff, and I'm constantly getting attacked. It's no good. So that's why we got to fix this. I want to show you electric poles. So remember I researched these guys? So there's a couple stats for electric poles. The small electric pole has a decent wire reach, 7.5 blocks, and a supply area of 5 by 5. The medium electric pole has a little bit of a longer reach and a bigger supply area, but the big electric pole has a smaller supply area, but a 30 block reach. So what this means is if I place these down, so I can put one here, see this little wire connector that's kind of hard to see unless you zoom all the way in? When I place that down, 2 big electric poles can go about 30 blocks. Nice, look at that. Cool, right? So I'll do that, and then I can place this pole here, and this will get my pump jack going, which as you can see, he's starting to pump up about 1.2 crude oil per second. Now these oil reserves will kind of never run out, but you'll also notice they have a yield. So this one is a 233 yield, this is a 150 yield, this is a 150 yield. As you kind of drain them, their yields will be smaller, so you'll get a little bit less and less oil coming out as time goes by. So that's something to keep in mind. So I'm going to get some more of these things. Pipe to grounds, they're pretty cool. Once they're done crafting, I'll come right back and we'll check it out. So what I'm thinking I'd like to do is do my oil processing in this area up here. So let's get that going. We're going to come over here with this thing, and we're going to create these pipe to grounds, which are pretty neat. They work just like pipes, so we're going to want to put our pipe here, and then you'll see this kind of yellow outline. This is similar to the underground conveyor belts, but there's actually a pipe underneath there, and you can see it's getting filled up with oil. Cool, right? So I can go ahead and run these, and it really just doesn't have this big ugly piping running across the map for me. Nice. So we'll run this over to here-ish. Pretty sure that connects, right? Yeah, that should be good. Right to about here. And then I might need just some regular piping here to kind of do a corner. There we go. And what did I say? Like right around here? That might be actually a little too close. We'll do another piping setup, and then we'll do this and here all the way up to here. This looks like a nice spot. So we'll let the oil come out here. Now, in order to refine this stuff, we're going to need an oil refinery. Okay. Now, if I remember correctly, is this where this thing comes out? So this is the refinery, right? So basic oil processing should take in crude oil, and it produces 3 liquids for us. Light oil, heavy oil, and petroleum gas. So I'm going to configure this thing to do basic oil processing. Cool. And you can see it's already filled up with crude oil. So now all he really needs is power. So let's get ourselves some power lines going here. And I kind of wanted to do this during the day, but oh well. Let's get some more ammo, because clearly ammo is being an issue for us. There we go. Cool. So he's going to process, he's going to convert that crude oil into basic oil types, right? Neat. I like it. So we should now have light oil, heavy oil, and petroleum gas coming out. So if we take a look at the recipes for what we need, we want batteries. Right? So start with what we want. We want to kill nasty enemy monsters that are attacking us constantly. That's what we want. And in order to do that, we're going to want to take a look at getting laser turrets. So we need steel plates and electronic circuits, no problem. And then we need batteries. Batteries are the hard thing to craft. In order to make a battery, we need iron plates, copper plates, and sulfuric acid. And you'll notice that this is crafted in this block right here called a chemical plant. Okay? So the chemical plant is what's required because we need sulfuric acid. To get sulfuric acid, we need sulfur, iron plates, and water in a chemical plant. Okay? And then to get sulfur, we need to combine water and petroleum gas, okay, in another chemical plant. So we're going to, in the end, I think, need a total of 3 chemical plants. Is that right? So I've got one here. So let's see. If you look and mouse over this, and I can even Alt key here to keep it stuck, but if you mouse over it, you'll see this is where the petroleum gas is coming out. So let's pump that directly into a couple things. So let's do this. We've got a lot of this stuff. I think I just completed research on storage tanks. Nice. So I'm going to need more iron for storage tanks. These are kind of your liquid storage containers. So let's see how my iron production's doing. Awesome. Cool. I can get a couple of these. So I'm going to get 3 storage tanks. Ha, they just barely got it. I hate those things. So let's run piping here. So we're going to want a handful of pipes. And once again, Soren will probably yell at me for stuff, but I'm going to put this here, and this here. How's that sound, right? And then I can run to that, right? So you can see here our heavy oil is going into the storage tank. Cool. And we'll do the same for here. Okay, so light oil is going into there. And then we'll probably just want a few more of these. There we go. Nice. So you can see this thing's running again because it needed to be emptied out. The petroleum gas is what we're going to use. So we're going to get a chemical plant placed up here. And the arrows pointing in is where we're going to want to pump this thing into, right? So we'll move this up a little bit just in case we ever want to pump our petroleum gas anywhere else. And then we're going to want, obviously, power up here on this thing. And we're going to configure this to make sulfur, which requires water and petroleum gas. Aha. So we're going to need to get some water going. So luckily, I have an offshore pump that I can get going right here. And he should be able to create water for us pretty easily. Man, I'm really getting attacked a lot. Maybe I should do this with those underground ones. Would probably be nice. You can see the underground pipes obviously require a lot of resources, but they're totally worth it. A few more pipes, and make sure we have a good amount of ammo on us at all times. Crazy. All right, let's do this. Cool. That's what I want. And then that. So this thing should now be able to make sulfur. Cool. Then we want a chemical plant who's responsible for making sulfuric acid, which requires more water, and it also requires iron plates. So we're probably going to actually want to do something like this. Let's see. Yeah, I'll probably want this thing to come out here. There, that'll look good, right? So water can go in there. Wow, that thing was really fast to produce. And then let's get ourselves another chemical plant here. And we're going to configure this thing to make sulfuric acid. So he needs iron, sulfur, and water. So we can run our piping into there. And then we can do an inserter like so. Is that enough? Yeah, that works. Cool. So you can see the output here. Now I just need to throw some iron in, and he should be able to produce some sulfuric acid. Nice. And then the final piece of this puzzle will be the actual battery, which is copper, iron, and sulfuric acid. So we could probably do something like... And again, this isn't the most beautiful design, but it'll get us going because honestly, I'm kind of in a rush. I should be able to tap this right on here. And if I choose battery, see, look, he got a sulfuric acid immediately. Nice. So I just need some power. And I throw some copper in there, and let's snag some more iron. And this thing should wind up creating batteries for us, which is exactly what we're going to want. Now, for now, I'll have to manually get stuff up there, but I'm kind of in a rush. I'm obviously getting constantly attacked by these alien life forms. So the goal here is do our best to keep things going. Cool. So we're making sulfuric acid. We're doing a good job. I might want to bump this guy up to a fast inserter. Shouldn't be a problem. There we go. Cool. You're making batteries. Good job. Oh, I am low on wood. Look at you. How hilarious is that? Alright, just because I'm in a rush. We'll make an iron chest here for battery storage for the time being. Cool. So I now have batteries. How awesome is that? And I should then be able to make myself some lasers. I just need a little bit more steel for more lasers. Cool. Notice that the thing stopped running because I had marked it off for just that much. Cool, I'll just snag it all. That should be good. And I should be able to make a few more lasers now. So lasers do take a little while to craft, but that's okay. The only problem with lasers that I'll tell you about, and oh man, it looks like you guys, what'd you do? Cut the power over here? Stupid aliens. The problem with lasers is they drain a lot of power. So a good idea would be to have, where is it? Basic accumulators. So those require more batteries. Awesome. Your accumulators can really sit anywhere on your power line, and what they do is store energy, and they'll drain it when it's needed. So if we take a look at our batteries over here, I'll get a couple basic accumulators. I should be able to get one more now that I have a 5th battery. Cool. My basic accumulators can sit... I'll put them right here for now. And again, I'm not doing a great job of making this look nice, but I'm kind of in a hurry. So you'll notice here, look over on the right, the energy storage. So my network right now should be building up an accumulator capacity. Cool. Its consumption and production are kind of the same. Is everything all right over here, by the way, guys? Yeah, our performance is good. As long as available performance is good, I'm happy. By the way, one of the things I want to research is laser turret damage upgrade. This will make laser turrets do more damage. Haha. So now I can store more energy and more energy. And if we look at this network thing, we'll see that our accumulators have a large amount of MJ stored. Nice. And now I should be able to place down some laser turrets. As long as I have power. That there dire wire. Cool. Oh wow, look at that. I'm doing great on batteries. Nice. And throw a few more lasers my way, and let's also get, I should have down here a decent number of walls built up. Awesome. That's what I want to see. Let's get our walls placed. Is there... What's going on down here? You are what, out of stone? Ha! Look at that. Cool. Alright, let's put actually just an actual regular old miner down here for this thing. There we go. That should be able to mine up all that stone. Beautiful. Alright, so we know these sneaky aliens like to run up here, right? So let's do something like this. I'm going to try it just running straight across here. That should be good. I don't think they'll really be able to get through here now. See? Like I can't, so they shouldn't be able to. Where am I getting shot? They're coming this way too. Oh cool, you can see my laser shooting. That's nice. So I'm thinking they seem to like to come right up to here, right? So let's get these things in place. So we'll put some lasers here, here, and here. And I'll throw one over here just for good measure. Should have more batteries by now. You guys are all cool? What's the stop? Oh, iron plates. There we go. So that should kind of cover this area up here. Obviously, I'm not going to have like the perfectly protected base just yet, but I'll get to it as soon as I can, I promise. Let's get... Yeah, it's much harder to protect a base than you think. And obviously, as I expand later, you know, I can fix this up. Oh, my pick broke. I might as well make a new one. And I think I'll go with a steel pickaxe. That, I think mine's faster. This should work. Am I out of walls already? Wow, that was quick. All right, for now what I'll do is just put some lasers like right about here-ish. So I could probably do like here, here, and here. That should at least somewhat protect me. I'll wait for more stone to show up. Shouldn't be too much of a problem. Yeah, I burned through my stone reserves very quickly. Stone's like a funny resource. You don't need it for much, but you need a lot when you do need it. But that should at least get me going. So hopefully the next time some alien bugs show up. This is a gun turret. Oh, that's a laser turret. And this is a laser turret, so I can place these out somewhere else. See? Nice. Cool. Alright, so they did eat into my power lines a bit. That should fix that. Where did they come from? I didn't really see where they showed up from, but I'm guessing... I don't exactly know where they showed up from. I'm going to pop some of these lasers down here in the bottom of my base, so like maybe like one right here and one right here for now. And that should be good. So I didn't notice because I was so busy making things, but check this out. Because I capped my limit on how much or how many science packs I can make, we've actually stopped needing the iron, so we filled up really fast our iron reserves down here. To the point where I think I'm going to make myself a steel chest and put that here. It'll have way more inventory space, and that'll be nice. Cool. All right, so I think we've got some decent defense going on here, which is nice. I'm also going to bump this guy out to 2 inventory slots and let more steel production comes in, which means more laser production. Can make a few more lasers. And I'm going to wrap up the episode here. So we've got some laser defenses. I should be researching maybe laser turret upgrade damage 2. That would probably be a good idea. So now my lasers can do even more damage. That works for me. I'll throw a few more of these around the base just to be safe in case any more aliens come where they don't typically show up. Like, they haven't really been attacking down here much, but I'd be pretty upset if I lost anything down here, so I should at least throw a few lasers down. The good news is the lasers don't really use much power when they're not firing, but when they do fire, they drain a lot, which is why I built those capacitors up there. I've actually bumped it up to 5 in total. So, yeah, that's pretty much where I'm at with those things. Let's see here. We can place down a turret here, maybe. And there. That looks cool. And for now, I think we will wrap up the episode. So like I said, gonna work on getting a little bit more stone, meaning more of these guys. I can run some more walls here. And then we can get back to doing cool things like automation and crafting and making neat things instead of trying to protect our base from crazy alien monsters, because that is no fun. Well, it's a little fun, I won't lie. Now that I've got these here, I might want to bump these laser guys down here a little bit. So we definitely checked out some cool stuff today. Particularly, we got to look at how to do some oil processing and whatnot. By the way, that oil can definitely be used as a power source. So we will absolutely be getting into that relatively soon-ish. Maybe one more down here just for good measure. That looks cool, right? Yeah, we'll definitely be getting into how to use those oil things a little bit more in the future. We've got, obviously, a ton of reserves in terms of light oil. You can see a bunch there, and heavy oil. Our petroleum gas, obviously, we don't have a lot of reserves for. Oh, look. The walls are working. Take that. Nice. That was awesome. I am extremely pleased. That is cool. All right. We will definitely be getting into auto repair at some point. I'm guessing you are low on something over here. Oh no, we're just, we're good on that, we're good on that. Oh, copper and, there we go. So we'll have to automate getting copper and steel, iron up there, but we'll get to that eventually. I think for now we're doing actually really nice. I want to keep this thing reserved to that much. Now that I put that other thing down there, and you're doing just fine, copper. All right, guys, Direwolf20 signing off. Hope you enjoyed the episode. We will be back next time to do some other cool and interesting stuff. Take it easy, guys.